Hello and welcome back to another other video. Today we are talking about Winter Storm Gael, which has actually already happened. The Weather Channel named it earlier this morning, but this storm happened on the 28th. And this post here, which was the first post I've even seen with Winter Storm Gael in the name, or Gael in the name, was at 12:28 p.m. on the 29th. So we're going to kind of review what happened in this storm and continue on with this atmospheric river event in the western U.S. So here is the satellite imagery loop. We're going to play it here, and you can see that snowfall in the Denver, Colorado area as this storm system starts to push its way into the central U.S. And you can see that just constant area of moderate precipitation, which ended up right over the Denver area. And that left us with this. So we're going to hover over it for our snowfall amounts. Let's actually go up to 72 hours here. And you can see that much of Utah, much of Colorado saw very high amounts of snowfall. But let's go into some of the specifics here. We're going to start off here in the Denver metropolitan area. So Denver itself got about 8 inches of snowfall. Aurora got about 8 inches of snowfall. Then let's go a little bit further up to the north here. You got Longmont with 6 inches. You got the International Airport, which was around 4 inches. Fort Collins was around an inch of snowfall. We go a little bit further to the south here. We go down to Castle Rock with 6 inches of snowfall. Colorado Springs with 1 inch of snowfall. And let's go out here to the Rocky Mountains. Oh, last but not least, can't forget about Boulder, 8 inches of snowfall. But the Rocky Mountains really got plenty of snowfall here. Aspen got it around 6 inches, but just the southwest of Aspen, 36 inches. In these purples, in these reds, you have at least 18 inches. In these dark reds, you have 24. And 30 in these even darker reds. So plenty of snow, especially in the Front Range here. Let's go up here just to the northeast of Newcastle, 36 inches of snowfall. Just to the northeast of Montrose, plenty of snow there. A whole swath of 36 inches. Same thing with just to the west of Montrose. You have 36 inches of snowfall. And much of this area got at least that 6 to 8 inch amount there in yellow. But let's move over to Utah, which is where this storm came from. And you can see areas to the north of Salt Lake City, such as Logan got about 2 inches. Ogden got around an inch. Salt Lake City itself got about an inch. West Valley City got around an inch as well. Provo got an inch of snowfall. And then a little bit further down south, let's go all the way to St. George, which got pretty much nothing. But in the upper elevations, again, were these hot spots. You can see that to the east of Salt Lake City, right around Park City, got 18 inches of snowfall. You have east of Oakley and Camas, you have 24 inches of snowfall. Down here to the southeast of Mapleton, you have another area of 18 to 24 inches. Let's see here. Let's see, to the east of Delta, you have 24 inches of snowfall. Down here to the northeast of Salina, 24 inches of snowfall. And then the big winner for Utah is right over here. This is to the northeast of Beaver, 36 inches of snowfall. So you can see the big winners here in the Rockies, but we also have winners here in California. And this is mostly over the last 20, actually this is before this current snow event. But we're going to start talking about the current snow event pushing into California, Oregon, just mostly in California though. So here's our current hazards. I'm actually going to reload this just to make sure. Yep, we do have winter storm warnings now in place for portions of the Sierra Nevadas through areas of Nevada itself, Idaho, Oregon, Utah, Colorado, Wyoming. But I also want to talk about these flood watches through much of California as well as portions of Nevada. So that's going to be a major part of this storm system as it moves through, is that this atmospheric river event where the moisture just keeps flowing through one little lane into the western U.S. is going to be dumping moisture on the region. You can also see our winter weather advisories in Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, as well as winter storm watches in southern Utah and some other areas of the Front Range of Colorado. So here is the Weather Prediction Center, the day 1 excessive rainfall outlook, and you can see in yellow here that 10 to 20% chance of exceeding flash flood guidance. In green, that's 5 to 10% chance. Then on day 2 here, let's actually see if it loads. It's been having a little trouble today. Looks like it's not going. Oh, there we go. We got day 3. Day 3, you can see almost all the California coast is in this yellow here, that 10 to 20%, as well as the valley, as well as we have some greens here stretching even as far to the east as maybe the Reno, Carson City area. Let's see if we can get day 2. I don't think it's going to come up. Alright, oh well. But here is what I really want to talk about. This is the Weather Prediction Center's 7-day precipitation. Look at California here. You can see that they are in these dark, like these yellowish brown colors. That is at least 6 inches of rainfall. And even along the California coastline, the San Francisco area is also going to see greater than 4 inches of rainfall. And even down into the LA area, you're going to be seeing at least 2 inches of rainfall, if not more. So definitely a crazy turn of events here for an area that has been drought struck for years. We are seeing plenty of drought relief this year, which is an amazing sign. California has, I believe, already seen most of their rainfall, that their average rainfall, especially over the past 5 years, their averages has already seen that for this year. And it's just going to keep on coming here. And the snowpack is also building up in California, which is a great sign. And our winter storm impacts, you can see in the Sierra Nevadas, extreme impacts, as well as in eastern Utah as well. Some extreme impacts there. In red, you have major impacts. That includes other areas of Utah, some areas of Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Nevada. Moderate impacts, that starts bringing in Colorado and Wyoming to the party. Minor impacts, that's much of the Rockies. And limited impacts, that includes all of the Rockies. So here is the NAM 12-kilometer model. And you can see here that Gael, the storm system that produced Gael, is now in the central U.S. Not really going to be much of a snowmaker there, but look at the atmospheric river here. So we have this first round of moisture that comes in, brings in some moderate to heavy rainfall, especially in the Pacific Northwest, as well as some stronger snowfall in the upper elevations of Washington, the eastern portion of Oregon. But that's only the precursor to the main event here, which starts right around midday Friday. You can see early morning to midday Friday. You can see this little stretch of moisture here. That is your atmospheric river, the river of moisture coming into California. And you can see that it kind of moves a little bit, right? It starts off here straddling the border between California and Oregon, mostly with those impacts right along the coastline, but you can see some snow further inland. And eventually this starts to move further and further south. You can see here, this is right around, have to adjust for Pacific time here. So this is 10 p.m. on Friday. And you can see that atmospheric river shifting further and further south. So this is about 4 a.m. Saturday morning. that low pressure moves onto the coastline here. But you can see some very strong precip moving through Oregon, Idaho, down into Utah, but even more is yet to come in California. And let's move on down to here, so we can go, that is right around there, so that's 7 p.m. on Saturday, and you can see that the rain is all the way pushed down towards the LA area, and you can see that stronger precipitation in there as well. So that is just round one of this just increased amount of moisture in the west, and this one does look like it's going to produce a massive amount of snowfall, especially in seems like Utah, Idaho, as well as portions of the Front Range are going to be winners there, with of course the Sierra Nevadas getting their fair share of snowfall, which of course their fair share is always measured in feet, not inches. So here is the total amount of moisture. This is the total amount of water falling from the sky. Doesn't matter if it's rain or snow. And you can see the big winners here are especially in California and Oregon. So you can see some areas of the Sierra Nevadas could be seeing closer to a foot of rainfall. Then you have areas to the north and west of San Francisco. This is not in the mountains, but areas getting closer to that 5-6 inch amount. But overall, you can see the entire coastline of California at least getting an inch of rainfall, if not more. The San Francisco Bay Area could be seeing 3 inches of rain. And that does not exclude the Pacific Northwest, although you guys won't be subject to the atmospheric river. You guys will be seeing that precursor event, which will dump at least an inch of rainfall in the higher elevations. Now, areas like Seattle and Portland will probably see a little bit less than that, but still a healthy amount of rainfall for this time of year. And we can see our snowfall amounts here. You can see that the Sierra Nevadas getting at least 2 feet of snowfall, if not closer to 3, between now and Monday. And you can see that Utah is also going to be a major winner for this event, with some areas to the east of Salt Lake City getting closer to that 2-foot amount as well. Anywhere in this purple range and above, that's at least a foot. You can see areas of Oregon getting involved there, portions of Wyoming as well. Areas in that pink or above, that's at least 6 inches of snowfall. You can see that Nevada, the Front Range of Colorado, the mountains of New Mexico, Arizona also get involved there as well. And then less than 6 inches is anything in blue. But obviously, clear winner here, Sierra Nevadas. Although 2 to 3 feet is pretty low on the totem pole for them, that is what the NAM is showing. Over the next, I think that's right around, 1, 2, 3.5 days. So, not bad at all. And here is the Weather Prediction Center's 72-hour snowfall forecast. And we can actually zoom in here. So, through the Yosemite area, you could see that is well above 2 feet. That is getting closer to 3 feet there on that chart. That is at least 30 to 33 inches of snowfall in that little strip there. This red is 27 to 30 here. This maroon, that is 24 to 27. These pink colors here, these two pink colors, 15 to 21 inches. And then you have, or 15 to 24, I'm sorry. And then you have these blues, which is 6 to 15 inches of snowfall. And then those greens is less than 6 inches. You can see Sierra Nevada's definitely a winner here. And then we have our Oregon setup here. Could be seeing, well, much of the area is going to be seeing over a half a foot of snowfall. Utah, again, a major winner here with another area of that 24 to 27. Another large area of that 15 to 24. just a large area for that, as well as a little bit there in the border region between Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. So overall, an expansive snow threat here, and we could even be seeing more. This is the 50th percentile. We go up to the pretty much the maximum amount of snow that these areas could see. You have areas of California here in that 4-foot range. So definitely going to be seeing a lot more moisture in the west, which is a great thing. Obviously, the drought there has been going on for a while, so getting a little bit of drought relief will be much deserved, much needed, and will definitely help when it comes to the drier seasons moving into the summer. So might as well get all of the rain and snow out now during, the Christmas time period, ski season. Definitely a great time to be getting that snowpack instead of later into the ski season, which has been happening over the past few years, where we get a lot of these larger western snowstorms in March and February instead of earlier on in the season, which is happening now. So definitely a great setup here for a lot more snowfall and a lot more of that drought relief rain that is going to be well deserved for California. But that is all the information that I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.